Okay, whenever you're ready, go ahead.
After dark, she stepped into the candlelight of the altar of our Lama's smiling faces. She led me in the ceremony, speaking of angels and paradise and bliss that never ends. Her golden hair and the double pearls around her neck shimmered in the light as she pledged to be my messenger. I too promised, stumbling in awe at her mastery and her generosity. She made me take pledges of secrecy. Who could I tell? Who would believe me?
Okay, I'll sit.
Thank you for joining me. I'm Keith H. Emmons, and this is the second of two readings. These are poems written during 3-year silent meditation retreat. The first reading is of Deer Park Poems, and this reading is the second work in the book. The book is called 1,000 Days of Tantra, available on Amazon. And 1,000 Days of Tantra is in both sections of Deer Park Poems and the Lady Sangmo Trilogy. Today's reading is from the Lady Sangmo Trilogy, from the third section. The third section of the trilogy is titled The Extra. Prior to 3-year retreat, and even during retreat, for a lot of it, I had the mistaken idea, which I think many of us share, which is that in my spiritual practice at some point there would be a Shazam! And after that, everything in my life would be perfect, just totally perfect. Kick off my shoes, walk barefoot through into the future, totally happy, no issues, no problems. Ha! One of the greatest realizations I had during 3-year retreat is that the spiritual life is ongoing. There's work to do all your life. The first poem of the extra, therefore, is a little bit in the spirit of, imagine that you've just purchased a car, you've signed the contract, you've put down the down payment, and you're ready to drive the car off the lot. And then the salesperson says, "Oh, what? You wanted wheels with that too? That's an extra." All right, so the extra. Here we go. Perhaps you thought, this is a one-time shot. See emptiness directly and be done with it. Dream on, my friend. And it is like that, for in this dream, the passing stream, now turbulent, now calm, is simply flowing water. The question is just how wet you dare to get. You want love? Oh, then you need the maintenance program. That's an extra. This is really weird, said Lady Sangmo. What do you mean? I asked. You look around, and here are all these people sitting in this room. What are we doing? In the Gompa, she means. Seeking the elusive shamatha. Meanwhile, Deer Park in springtime is lily and apple and almond blossoms. Why did that Zen master rub a rock against a stone? Decades passed, day after day. Each morning, I'd meditate on a new Zenrin Kushu couplet. Quote, a hummingbird sips nectar from fire plant blossoms. After days of rain, termite babies fly straight up from holes in the ground. Then I tried living the way of men, but it didn't make much sense to me. I'm quite sure I was completely lost for many years. The busy years. It looked so much like something. It was only an obscuring storm. The realization that that's that. The realization everything ends. We knew that. That's nothing new. I wanted more. We always do. Let's be in love every day, she said. Now, I said. Why not? She said. There's something special about today. The sun, the dawn, and what we say. I'm willing to take another chance. Let's take each other's hand and join the dance. In the beginning, it was so simple. Stone walls didn't divide. As a boy, I skipped atop them, tapping a stick on my way home from the fair. Mom cooled gooseberry pies on the counter. Then I ran into the woods and to the wetlands surrounding the house. I knew hunters and other boys, and lovers too, had rested on the same rock, in the same clearing, in the clear light of their own union with all things. In the beginning, in order to escape the forest, you must enter it first. We are all born as little children. A pity it doesn't last. To say two truths is to say no truth at all. So I don't debate. Don't stumble over every tree in your flight to be free. Just stand, then walk, then sit. What is this thing called life? It is not a question. There's no charge for the extra. At least, no charge that isn't free. You still have to do it. If you have a goal, just go. You'll get there. Or, if you don't care, there you go. There's no map, only roads. Besides, don't follow a road. It may end. When you arrive, there's no one, there's nowhere you've been. And that's the payoff. You'll be there to greet yourself. Then sit. Enjoy the others speeding every which way. Some teachers say, practice swimming upstream. Then it's easy to cross the stream. Some say, cross the stream, then be on your way. Or, it may so happen, there is no stream. We all inhabit a world of theory. Whether this is God or a coffee cup is a difficult distinction. Perhaps it's both. Perhaps it's neither. Even scientists live in theory. They may have invented it. When Leo Szilard heard the voice of the dolphins, they chatted about world peace and about how to get there. I know, it sounds corny, but they didn't know English or Sanskrit or Pali. They squeak. But what's a man to do? And language isn't the answer either. Seek the most secret of the secret texts, the ones your lamas hid from you. In those, they really say what's what. Tilopa's teaching by the Ganges, the mystical couplets of Master Saraha. Return to Master Naropa's first text. After that, one horse turns into a carnival, a merry-go-round, running off in every direction. And remember, no matter who you read, the original author is the one who holds the text. I wake with the mockingbird's song. When the sun falls behind the hill, I sleep. Consider those lines in Scripture that say, freedom is, and so on. Freedom is the time between. On your retreat's first day, think deeply, meditate deeply. Whose retreat am I on, after all? The best advance is in retreat. Seize the opportunity. Release yourself. In your time of stricture and discipline, learn at least, above all, to be free. Oh my, reading sacred texts again. And again they say, perform these activities, maintain these thoughts, and sooner or later, before dawn, the last day, you'll achieve enlightenment. This may take years, then just one day. Seeds sprout, you know. They flower, and this last step is always in your power. 10:30 in the morning, and I'm thinking, I should go meditate and plant the seeds of enlightenment. But I go collect the seeds of flowers on our hillside instead, and I wonder, what's the difference? After all, when I'm enlightened, who will collect these seeds? And why not let that who loose today? Clip, clip, clip. The scissors snip, dropping seed pod stems into bottles. To enjoy blossoms, the only way is to scatter these seeds out of their bottles again. Bye-bye, ritual. So there, to yes and no. When you use a bear to chase a fox from your house, remember right away, chase the bear out too. Or even better, demolish the walls. Then there is no inside. There is no outside. And no one will be neither cooped up nor free. Clip, clip, clip. The little prince knew well each day, if he didn't pluck away the shoots of the baobab trees, they would very quickly overwhelm his little planet. This is called wisdom. Sitting on your duff is not enough. Clean your volcano before it blows sky high. Go sit if you must, but remember to rise each day and dust away the dust. The problem with slaying dragons is when you succeed, you have a dead dragon. Emptiness is like this. Work like a slave, filling your mind with meaning, then find yourself at home, holding an empty bag. Now, says my Lama, take your C-note to the dollar store. Fill up your bag once more. When you take your $100 bill to the dollar store, be sure to leave everything you know in a satchel outside. If you're fortunate, someone will steal it. When you emerge with heaps of clinket, gilding, isinglass, gewgaws, and pinchbeck knickknacks, tchotchkes and scrimshaw, set it all down where the bag is gone and walk away. This is the way to meet your day. And when your toes at last feel the ocean's sand, be prepared to accept her hand. You wish a divine life? Disengage from ordinary life. Throw away your calendar, dump your appointment book, unclasp your wristwatch. These are only handcuffs, blinders on the spirit. They gag the tongue of God. The breath of knowledge rises when and where it pleases. Living is itself blessing. Dress in gratitude and dance. We climb every mountain. Behind each one is another. We say, 5 of this, 2 of that. So there must be, in all, 7. But this is just ideas. There's too much mind. After a while, we grow tired and say, let's go make love. When the lotus spreads wide its petals of paradise, you'd be denser than diamond just to think about it. Precious mudra, let us make haste. Precious mudra, let us not waste this time, this one time, this only time, blessed to taste Mahamudra. We only risk falling into infinite bliss, and in this falling, rise to the angels' heaven, the outer, the inner, immutable. And in this way, touching every being's heart. Okay, I agree, it's true. Would we really have known such bliss without our lamas? Of course, we did know bliss before, but so much? And so all day, all night, and certain to never go away? We need our lama just to say, yes, yes, this is good. You can do that, yes. You really can. And this is the blessing of man and woman, undressing all their obscurations, malafflictions, what you will. Your lama fills your cup to never spill. So today, what's my goal? Why, to live in the angels' heaven. Each moment a joy, a holy gift from Lady Zangmo, the enlightened queen. She's on earth specifically so we can place the seal together enwrapped in Mahamudra. She blesses me to be so kind. Bright garlands adorn her way, candles flicker, and purifying fire flares within my own sacred pillar. Ah, I wait to join and vanish within the dance. Ah is the source of all enlightened being. When it arises purely, your world does too. This is ekaraza, or here, one sound. One perfect act perfects everything. But see one thing is real, and everything falls apart. Every day, I'll try to love you perfectly until you are my heart. Of course we made love. Didn't you? When the sun was gone, we made love. When it returned at dawn, we made love. As spring spread blossoms everywhere, we made love. As bumbles grew sticky, tumbling among anthers and pistils and spadix and spathe, we made love. We made love with the planet falling through space as rain patted the roof and the hearth swelled with red embers embracing and pregnant and warm with its fulfillment of dust. Didn't you? Back again to swoon ahead. The best advance is in retreat. And still, we surge beyond known boundaries till, they say, we rest at home again. But not before bliss is exhausted through this and each one of the times of 4. So let's not tarry, but swiftly marry every moment more of every loving day, the blissful way to bliss. And let us plan for this. Whatever the fortunate are yet to do, we will, oh yes, until we're through. Sometimes deep, and sometimes gentle. Do what you have to do. Let the moon guide you. Feel the rhythm. Feel the constancy. And feel the change. Push, but over no cliffs. Follow instructions and ignore them. Follow those gone thus, though no one has gone this way before. Blazing heat, and now deep retreat consumed in Dorje Kadro's flame. Lightning, thunder, then rain transforms to Deer Park's silent morning mist as she returns the pebbled path to her house of attainment. And I bow, entering the gompa of her love. I am not alone. All beings and all things inhabit my heart's embrace as I take myself and you to sit together as one taste. Trying to get already there. In your past, lying out ahead of you, there is no problem if your heart is filled with love. Open the door and stride into your sun-filled day. No suffering will meet you. No crisis will entreat you to betray the way each spring goes off a-maying, and dawn is what you float upon. In your lifetime, sweet, be chosen. Be a man or a woman with a past. Find a partner who takes you there, your heart immutably filled with love. So, that's done. Adopt a gentle daily practice. Keep Mahamudra strong. Now, let's begin exploration of our next life. Of course, the teachings and our holy teachers rely on future lives to harry and hurry us into action. There's no time, no time, no time. Well, we know that, but in a different way. The old maxims, today, tomorrow, yesterday, all one now. That never ends. Or does it? And if it does, who does the knowing? Imagine the bells of celebration ringing in your heart each morning. You are made for this earth. This earth is made for you. Melt in the sunshine of each moment's dawning in the spirit of your heart. Accept this gift of today. Enjoy and give it away. Take another's hand and stand facing the full exhilaration of their greatest wish. When you die, let it be when you're embraced, as you and death at last become one taste. And when you know surrender at its best, and leave untouched, no passion unredressed, then live as is, with love enhanced, and gift to all the sacred steps you danced. For you, I left my bed. I lit the light and to the casement sped. For there, thy spirit to adorn, I threw the shutters wide to welcome you to morn. For you, I left my sleep, my rest, my dreams, to live the dream of you I'll always keep. Thank you.
Okay, is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.